Valley Club, good news. Through social media, Plarium has confirmed that there are events coming for Leonardo, Raphael, and April O'Neil. The dates are wrong, but those events are happening. We're going to talk about what you need to do to potentially prepare for all these. And if you're ready for it, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having an excellent day. And if you're like me, you're in pursuit of all 4 turtles. Michelangelo, everyone gets for free after logging in for 7 days. So that champ is done. Donatello, the fusion was a few weeks ago. There is a progressive drop for him right now, which of a low chance. If you missed the fusion, I guess that's the only way to get him though. And there are some events that were discussed that did kind of get confirmed recently. So we're gonna discuss that. If you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Raid Shadow Legends video goes up. But let's go back and take a look at the rumors that were floating around. So this was dropped with the patch, the most recent patch, and Plarium said that this was not totally correct. So it did say that to get Leonardo, Sword Master's Path would be going from October 7th through the 10th. This complete objectives for the heroes, coins blaze through your way through all branching paths that unlock Leonardo and his 5-star perfect soul. A lot of people, including myself, was thinking this is going to be from Sacred Shards, and I think we have more concrete evidence that this is going to be from Sacred Shards. Also, they talked about a Hothead Deck of Fate, teared through dungeons, and they said originally, or the original patch note said that October 13th through the 16th, and you could earn Fate points, flip cards, grab 100 champion fragments to summon Raphael, and then the Ace Reporter Titan event, take on the latest event crossover from October 6th through the 23rd to earn milestone rewards like April O'Neil, new relics, and skill tomes. So a lot of people were hoping that these would be correct. That's been floating out for a couple weeks, but Plarium did respond over on social media. They talked about their Granite Fusion here, but there was a response that says, can you please outline what the Leonardo event is going to see so players can decide whether to commit to the fusion or skip it or save for him? And the response from a couple days ago, the rumors you might have heard about the events to get particular TMNT champs are only partially true. While we do plan those events, so the events are planned, those leak dates are subject to change. We'll announce the correct dates later, closer to the beginning of those events. So it looks like these events are happening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I talk about what you need to do to prepare, I do want to remind you, if you want to start off a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account, use the QR code up there to scan that, or the link in the description to start off that brand new account. As long as you have not installed Raid on a previous device, then you are good. And you can get off to one of the best starts in 2025, triple legendary, triple epic start, starting off with Karato Fox Hunter. Also, there's a login calendar to get Michelangelo for free. Yeah, 7 days you get him for free, and then at various levels you get some great epic champs as well. And then make sure as soon as you're done with your tutorial, Karato is in your account. Enter one of these codes within your first 24 hours to get another legendary for free. I recommend the code Desert Queen to get 200. She's a great void legendary and pairs great with Michelangelo, that 7-day login champ. And the latest communication comes from a response to this angry thread for this player that did not get any good shards from his void shard pull. But Plarium says, I'm sorry to hear you couldn't get other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles yet. Don't get it to a set though. More events are coming. I'll announce some of them pretty soon. So we should be getting some dates very, very soon. So if these events are happening, what do you need to do to prepare for each of these events? So Leonardo, they did describe it as a Hero's Path event, potentially called the Hero's Path event. They did set a date, originally October 7th, and they said the dates were gonna change. So it may be October 7th, it may be earlier, maybe a little later, but it looks like we will get a Swordsmaster Path event for Leonardo. And normally these require pulling a bunch of sacred shards. And if we go to the last Hero's Path that we got for Valar the Lost, it did have Valar the Lost. Now, Valar was not a void legendary. Leonardo is a void legendary. These are a little more rare and harder to get than these the normal legendaries. But for Valar the Lost, to get him was 22 sacred shards. Now, to get the full of Valar the Lost and the 5-star soul, it was about 40, so about 18 for that 5-star soul and 24 or 22 for that Valar the Lost himself. I'm actually expecting it a little bit more expensive, so 24, just because Leonardo is a void legendary and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab is a limited time collab. I'm expecting they want to make as much money. So I'm expecting 22 sacred shards just for Leonardo himself. and probably a little more. I'm gonna estimate 42 for the for both the 5-star soul and Leonardo. I guess if you want to get everything in there, we don't know what will be in that path. It's probably gonna be a little more, but I think it will be based on sacred shards. Now, the other path may include champ training or dungeon diving as objectives. Normally, they have a few different ways to score, not just by opening shards, but by dungeon diving as well. So that is what I am saving right now for Leonardo. Let me know what you're saving right now. Again, October 7th was a date that they originally said, or was originally put out. But again, these dates aren't correct. And if we go to calendar on Plarium Play, it does look like all the events for the fusion are ending right here as scheduled. I guess you're gonna have a little longer to actually fuse Granite, because if you don't fuse these character shards, it doesn't go away. You can't save them like with some of these fragment fusions. This is a normal fusion that you have to actually fuse these characters, which means that maybe on the 8th is when the event is gonna start. Hopefully it's just as simple as that. Hopefully it's just as simple as them moving it back one day. So that's my prediction. I think they just are going to keep it very simple is my prediction. Now, as far as the next thing, as far as the dates here, the next thing that was supposed to start, or the first thing that was supposed to start, it was actually this Ace Reporter event for April O'Neil. And that is the Titan event. The most recent Titan event was for that 5-star perfect soul for Donatello. And as far as these Titan events, they normally last about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And to get to the top prize, which for the Donatello was that 5-star perfect soul. I'm not sure what the top prize would be for this potential Titan event for April O'Neil. Maybe it's a soul for her. Maybe it's actual just the April O'Neil unlock, but 1,500 points to get to the top prize. And they normally have 1,750 points available. So there's a difference of about 250. Normally that means you could skip a few events or so, maybe a shard pulling event or so. And this is kind of like a mini fusion or so. So normally you should save up a bunch of silver to do the gear enhancement events, things like that. Or you could just dungeon dive and sell a lot of artifacts like I do during these. But if you have a bunch of silver saved up, that is good. And you need a lot of energy. So hopefully you either have a lot of energy saved up or gems saved up. You're gonna need these for dungeon divers. You're gonna need these for your normal dragon, fire knight, spider tournaments, things like that. And other energy refills. You're just gonna need a lot of energies. And normally these Titan events have 2 summon rushes in them. Normally these summon rushes take about 6 or 7 sacred shards each. So if you are looking for April O'Neil, probably save about 12 sacred shards, a bunch of energy, a bunch of silver as well. And that should get you around where you need to get the to the final prize for April O'Neil. Obviously, like I said, we don't know what the tiers are, where she's gonna be on this, but if you're looking to get all 1,500 points from this Titan event, you're gonna need a bunch of sacred shards there as well. You could also replace that with maybe ancient shards. And for me, if we could just get April along the way and maybe overlapping with the Raphael Titan event, that would be good. But this is the least priority for me. I want all 4 turtles. If I get April O'Neil, that would be great. But this is not a huge high priority for me right now. But let me know what you're gonna do. Let's move on to the last event for Raphael. This one has me the most worried, the Hothead Deck of Fate, where you need to tear through dungeons. They said the date for this one is October 13th through the 16th. So obviously these dates are probably subject to change, but the events probably are gonna go like described here. So you're gonna need to have fate points, flip cards, grab 100 champion fragments to summon the relentless Raphael. Now, even more evidence that it's probably gonna be souls for Raphael was this post that I saw on Reddit. Now, everybody, I believe, gets different offers based on your account, based on your spending, based on what you're doing. So I did not get this in my account, but so Raphael here, and you see soul stones there. So that leads me to believe that this is gonna be based on souls like everyone expected. And I was trying to do some research to see how many souls you would need. Well, it looks like you need a lot of them here. So this comment down here said the latest Soulstone Deck of Fate had these rates: 40 cards, 1,000 points per card. So you need 40,000 points to open all the cards. Now, if you get lucky, maybe you just get all the Raphael shards. You don't need to open all the cards there, but assuming you get the luck like I do, you're gonna need to open every single card. You're gonna need to get all 40,000 points. So the scoring for the most recent Deck of Fate, 90 points per mortal soul stone. So you could have a lot of these, but it's not going to score you too many points. 900 points per immortal soul stone. So you're going to need about 40 of these, a little more than 40 of these, if you want to do this with just immortal soul stones. And if you have eternal soul stones, they're going to store a lot more, 4,500 points, so a little less than 10 of these to get the whole deck. Now, normally with this deck, you're gonna have other options to score as well, not just by opening souls. Normally that's combined with something like a champ training or dungeon diving or farming artifacts or something like that. So keep that in mind. You're gonna need a lot of souls and then maybe something else to make up if you don't have as many souls. So this is what has me most worried. I don't think I have enough souls right now to get the complete deck of fate, but hopefully through either the champ training or the dungeon diving or some other kind of artifact diving or something like that, we could get something, we could get even more points for that, or maybe just get super lucky and pull the right cards in the order. But that's what you need to do to prepare right now, guys. All right, and just to kind of review all of these champs here for Raphael, the deck of fate, you're gonna need a lot of soul stones, so probably about 40 immortal soul stones, maybe a lot of mortal soul stones to help you get that, or if you have some eternal saved up, you can use those as well. But 40,000 points worth of souls and whatever is combined for Raphael. April, you'll probably need about 30 million silver, 1,000 gems, or a lot of energy, and probably about 12 sacred shards to get through all of the fusion events, just based on some of the past events there. And probably the most valuable of the bunch is Leonardo. I'm estimating for Leonardo 22 sacred shards for Leonardo. So hopefully now that these events are kind of confirmed, these dates are not confirmed, but these events are kind of confirmed, hopefully you can start preparing now, saving your sacred shards, saving your soul stones, and hopefully get all of these turtles before they go away on November 13th. Once again, I do want to remind you, if you do want to start up that brand new account, get that Michelangelo for free, use that QR code up there or the link in the description, and I will see you guys next time. If you got some value from the video, check me out on social media, leave the video a like, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk Fist Bum ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.